He did it again. He did it again. Christopher Nolan does not miss. The Odyssey is a movie you have to experience on the biggest screen possible. The movie was, in one word, incredible, fantastic, heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. I don't know how many words that is, but it was amazing, truly. And this is coming from someone who's not familiar with the original work. So the Odyssey is the story of Odysseus, who is a character Matt Damon plays, Jason Bourne himself, Matt Damon, where I think it's like a 10-year journey that he's on with his troops, where they go to attack Troy, and it's his journey back to Ithaca and back to his family. And through that journey, him and his troops face so many obstacles, hurdles. It's like, the gods, right, are, I feel like, sending trials and sending things to stop him and his troops from getting back home. But it really touches on just his desire to get there, right? And the challenges and hurdles that they face along the way, along this journey to get home. But no, the Odyssey, y'all, was truly a fantastic work of art. And I don't say that lightly. Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors. And for those of you unfamiliar with Christopher Nolan, some of his work, which I'm a massive fan of, The Prestige, that's honestly, I think, in the top 3 of my favorite movies of Christopher Nolan. And it's probably in my top 10 or top 20 of all time. That movie is incredible. And again, the storytelling in it and the cinematography, incredible. He's also known for the Dark Knight series, Inception, Interstellar, Tenet, Oppenheimer. Incredible director. So this movie is no different, y'all. And I went into it actually not really knowing what to expect. I'll be very honest, just from the trailers, because I don't think they gave a lot, which I actually love, I felt like, is this going to be a disappointing Christopher Nolan movie? Because again, I had no clue what to expect. But anyway, the movie, so many amazing things, right? Let's start with the sound design. And the sound design was absolutely incredible. I saw it in IMAX, and by the way, I've seen it 3 times. 3 times, okay? There's a scene with a Cyclops, and the sound design during there's a specific scene that happens where there's some loud, just like some screeching that's happening, and it was amazing, and honestly, it was horrifying. It was truly horrifying, like hearing that, and that ties me into the other amazing thing with it, which is the music. The music at times was minimal, but again, just so effective. So effective. Some light spoilers here. There's a scene where the cast is on a boat and they're sailing past the sirens, and the score there, it felt once again so minimal, but you just felt emotion from it. The music in the scenes where the troops are attacking Troy was just, it's hard to describe it without experiencing it, right? And this is why I'd say, if you can, I would recommend IMAX, but if you can see it in any theater, watch it in the movie theater. So this is a movie you need to watch in the theater to get the true experience. This was, I think, the first film that was filmed entirely on IMAX cameras. Now, for y'all that don't know, IMAX cameras are big. Not only are they big, they're very loud. So this is why, or I think part of the reason why many films don't film on IMAX, because they're so big, they're so loud. And I imagine they're so expensive, right? But I believe they developed 2 new cameras for this film. And Christopher Nolan and his team actually developed what they're called a blimp that I guess encases a camera that reduces the noise tremendously so they can actually film it for dialogue. And the immersion that was felt, not just in the battle scenes, which that's another thing that was incredible with this movie, is just the action. The action was amazing, but the intimate moments, the intimate character moments, some standouts in terms of acting. Tom Holland was amazing. His mom in the movie, Anne Hathaway, Penelope, she was amazing as well. Again, I've already touched on Matt Damon as Odysseus. What I love about his portrayal is that it was nuanced, right? Where you saw the regret, you saw the pain that he felt as the story develops. And I feel like the central motivation, once again, for him was to get back to his family. One person who honestly surprised me was Travis Scott. I'm not necessarily a big fan of his music or of him. No disrespect, but I'm just not a fan. And I was very confused when I saw that cast. And I was like, what are you cooking here, Chris? I wasn't sure. But his role, minimal, but impactful. And how could I forget Robert Pattinson? Robert Pattinson, I hated I hated him in this movie. Truly, I hated him. And I feel like whenever an actor can make me hate them, that they got to be a great actor. And I hated him, like truly. He was a scumbag. He was a scumbag. And what I'll say, for those, if you know, the scene near the end, if you know, my whole theater was clapping. My whole theater was clapping. This is why I'm saying it's like it's an experience you have to experience in the theater with other people as well. Truly, it was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Music, sound design, the cinematography as well. In researching after the movie came out, I've found that a lot of the sets were practical, right? And Nolan wants to be as practical as possible, right? Obviously, there's still CGI utilized as well, but for those familiar with Troy, should be familiar with the Trojan horse, that was practical. I think what the Odyssey did fantastically is balance scale while not sacrificing the intimate character moments. Yes, it was massive. Yes, it was grand, but they had those small intimate moments too. Like Tom and Anne Hathaway, Tamaculus and Penelope, their scenes were really, really powerful, right? Because they shared a lot of scenes just together. There was a scene with Robert Pattinson, him and Anne Hathaway again shared a scene together. And again, those small, intimate moments just felt so much more immersive on IMAX. Like truly, the whole screen was taken up. It's hard to fully describe it. It's something you truly have to experience. As I said, I've seen it 3 times. I'm probably going to see it a few more. I have AMC A-list, so just as a plug to y'all, it's amazing. If you go to the movies anything more than once a month, I would say it makes sense to get it. You can book online too. So I have my tickets already booked for Spider-Man Brand New Day. This will probably come out after that, but I'll be definitely doing a review of that too. But I just wanted to hop on here and just talk about this movie because I already see this is going to be one of my favorite movies of the year, and it truly is one of my favorite Nolan movies too. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a long time because I love movies. For any of my friends who know me, know how much I love movies. I'll go to the movies by myself. I just love the escapism of it. I love being able to escape, but then not only that, I love storytelling. And I love good storytelling because, yes, I love the action. Yes, I love comedy. I love all of that stuff, right? But I love story and I love art that makes me feel something. And this made me feel something. Like it wasn't any one thing. It was everything combined. It was a scale. It was the intimate moments. It was the music. It was the set design. It was the storytelling too. It wasn't told in a linear fashion, which is something that I love as well, because movies like that, I feel like you can appreciate it more a second or third watch, right? When a movie is just completely linear, after you've watched it, you've kind of seen everything already. But when you watch a movie like this that isn't necessarily told in a straight line, it just, as you watch it again, it's like, oh, so this is what they meant, right? So yeah, truly, it's a movie I recommend 100%. My rating is 10 out of 10. And if you've watched it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the Odyssey. Let me know if you are planning to watch it and haven't watched it yet. I try to keep this video spoiler free. I know it's been out for a little bit, but again, I just wanted to make sure in case you haven't watched it and you're planning to, that I didn't spoil anything, but it was amazing, truly. Let me know where this ranks as your Christopher Nolan list. If I had to give my top 3 in no particular order, because I think giving an order would be tough, I got to put Dark Knight in there. Dark Knight, just amazing, like truly incredible. I got to put The Prestige. I love The Prestige. I probably rewatched The Prestige more than any other Nolan movie. So I got to put The Prestige there. So Dark Knight, The Prestige. Now, there may be some recency bias, so this is subject to change, but I think I got to put the Odyssey there too. I think those are my top 3. The Prestige, Dark Knight, and the Odyssey. So make sure you all subscribe, hit the like button as well. I'm going to be doing more videos like this. The next one coming out is going to be for Spider-Man, brand new day. Listen, y'all, I'm so excited to see that. Like, I love the MCU. I love the MCU. And I'm probably going to start doing rewatches of movies too, which I'll do reviews on as well. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me. Stay locked in. Let me know what you think of the movie if you watch it or planning to watch it. So see y'all in the next one. Peace.